Let's talk a little bit more about these cool temperatures and the role that they're going to play not only for today but into tomorrow, because what it's done is shifting that severe risk out to our west. So we're going to get rain. That's going to happen. But look at the temperatures as you move from the west to the east right there, pushing close to 70 degrees in Dodge City. And then we've got about a 20-degree difference on our far right-hand side in West Plains. Of course, we fall right in the middle, right along that 60-degree mark as we take a look over 7th and Joplin, and that's why we like the cloud cover right now, because the warmer we get this time of year, the more instability it throws up into that air and the greater the risk of severe weather. And these are still delightful temperatures. While we'll clock in just a little bit below normal today, hard to complain about it, and ranging anywhere from 58 to about 61 on a mid-April noon. Now let's go ahead. I want to come back here and I want to point out where that dividing line is. Look just to the west of Wichita, in between Wichita and Dodge City, because we see the color contour that dips down with the cooler temperatures all the way into southern Arkansas. So as we reset this map, the reason I do that is to show you exactly where the cloud cover is as well. That's that dividing line that you see. And of course, all the rain that we've had so far on our Wednesday is now pushed off far to our east. But along that dividing line, we also talk about the amount of available energy, convective available potential energy. Also the acronym that we call CAPE. So as we get into that bright orange that you'll see right down there in Oklahoma City, that's an indicator that there's more energy to burn. Not unusual whatsoever that we find ourselves with a little bit hanging over us. Not as high though as what we see from say OKC out to the west down to about where you see the sign for Lubbock. Now, there's also a convective inhibitor. Think of the energy like a bottle of Coke, right? Well, if you shake it up and you pop that top, you know what's going to happen. But as long as that top stays on there, which is what the convective inhibitor is in the blue, it will not pop on you. However, what we are seeing, look down here, we're starting to see that convective inhibitor break from the Red River up to Oklahoma City, and then from Oklahoma City up to the Kansas state line. So that's what we'll keep our eyes on. But once again, that is out to the west of us. And that kind of mimics exactly what we see on the severe thunderstorm risk map. We see it just move a little bit to the east because that's where those storm systems will move. And with that being said, we do find categories of our 4 states in that low category, but it kind of limits that to high winds that we're already seeing right now, and also really kind of slows down our possibility for hail since we find ourselves on the north side of it. So far, so good. Let's reset the Skywatch storm tracker here because things did get a little interesting after the storm system moved out to our east. How about in Greene County up in Springfield? They had hail come down this morning just before 10 o'clock, 7/10 of an inch in diameter. That is relatively impressive. But now as we sit here at 12:17, all we're seeing is some light shower activity move from the northern half of the 4 states, really right across the state line is where we're seeing it right now. But we talked about how important that I-49 corridor was going to be for today as far as the north-south movement, and so that's where that will stop next. Once again, like Tanya said, it's not worth going anywhere without the umbrella because the rain's going to happen. We're just trying to stay away from the threat of anything severe. Little break tonight. Now look at the left-hand portion of your screen. Watch what works in just in that same area where we were talking about the energy and the break that we're seeing in the cap. There it is, rolling right through. Luckily, this thing is trying to break up before it gets to us. And really, by the time Friday afternoon rolls around, we're talking about temperatures that are going to be around 80 degrees with partly sunny skies. So Tanya, once again, if you're interested in watching the radar tonight, we'll keep our eyes on what rolls out of central Oklahoma because it will progress toward us, south to north movement. But right now, we're hoping, and it's looking like it's going to do a good job breaking before it gets on us.
All right, that'd be nice. I know we have a lot of sporting activities the next couple of evenings, so it'll be interesting if they play out.
Well, and you could probably squeeze in mowing the grass.
This evening?
Yeah, you can give it a whirl.
Game on. I got an hour window.
There you go.
All right, thanks, Michael.